gosh, they look so beautiful. Okay, 4th attempt. This is actually an iPhone 10. Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, I thought I would show you how I film all of my short form videos. This is one of my most popular questions, so I thought I'd answer it in a vlog, and we're gonna be making some cupcakes. So I'm actually gonna be making Halloween cupcakes because I'm doing an event, I'm hosting an event with Smeg next week, the day before Halloween, which is very exciting. I'm gonna be doing like a Halloween cupcake workshop. So I'm gonna be showing you guys, there's 30 of you guys coming, which is so exciting because I love meeting you guys, and this is actually the first actual like workshop I've done, because I've done some demos and I've done some book signings and everything where I've got to meet you guys, but I've never actually done one where I can go around and kind of like help you with actual baking. I'd love to do more of that. Like when I put out the story on Instagram, a lot of you said, like, oh, would you do more classes? And I would love to. I actually, once upon a time, wanted to be a teacher. And then when I spoke to some teachers, it sounded not as fun as I thought it might be. That's obviously their personal opinion. I'm sure a lot of people love being a teacher, but it sounded like a lot of after school work and a lot of early mornings, and I'm not an early riser, guys. So anyway, I've gone off on a tangent. I'm gonna be doing a Halloween cupcake masterclass, and I need to basically decide how I'm gonna decorate these cupcakes. So I wanted to do 3 different Halloween designs. So I'm going to like practice them today. Basically, I'm gonna decide what I wanna do. So I thought I would show you guys like all the equipment that I use, all the lighting that I use, how I lay out my ingredients and everything like that. And basically, we're gonna be making some cupcakes together. It's very much an autumnal day today. It's very grey outside, which means my kitchen is a little bit dark, but that's fine. We're gonna, but okay, I was about to say I use natural lighting, but let's flip you around and I can talk through everything as we go. This is my kitchen. As you can see, it is quite dark today. It's usually a fair bit brighter than this, but it's just a very grey day. So this is my tripod. I'll link everything below. I assume that they still do this tripod. So this arm actually came separately to the tripod did. Everything is adjustable so it can go up and down, and this is also adjustable, so I can pretty much move it to any position that I want and then secure it in place. I always use a phone to record my short form videos. So this is actually an iPhone 10 and I love the iPhone 10 for recording. As long as you have good lighting, like this is nice bright lighting, even though it is a bit dark today. As you can see through the camera, it's still really nice and light. I think the autofocus on these is so good in comparison to the newer phones. I feel like the newer phones are almost too clever, and they sort of like, sometimes they try and do the macro lens thing and it doesn't focus properly, and these are just simple and they're great, and I've used them forever and I just love iPhone 10s. I do have, where is it? So I think this is a 13. This is like my daily phone. That's what I use as my personal phone. I always use these for recording and obviously like storage space and everything as well. I don't want to fill up my personal phone. So this is my mixer that I've got out ready to use, and these are my ingredients. So I've got out my margarine, my caster sugar, my eggs, my self-raising flour, and baking powder, and then also vanilla extract. I'm using my fancy vanilla extract today. And then this little tripod thing here, this is actually when I film myself, so I'll just remove the phone from there, I'll pop it in here, and then I'll record myself facing this way. So that's basically it. As you can see, we're going very basic recipe with the cupcakes today. They're really nice and easy. So let's get filming. There's a noise outside. It sounds like someone's trimming their hedges. And I like to use the ASMR sounds in the background of my voiceover when like the sugar pours in. So I'm gonna wait for a few seconds to see if they stop. I'll try one-handed. Oh my gosh, there's already shell breaking. Oh no! Oh Oh, that is so typical. I tried to be cool and I fell. I've heard if you use eggshell to remove eggshell, it's kind of like attracted to it, so it sticks. So let's give that a go. It worked. Hack for you, that definitely works. We can get a better one than that. There we go. There we go. So that is literally our cake batter done. So I'm going to grab our cupcake tin and our cupcake cases. That sounded weird, didn't it? Cupcake cases. And then we'll put them in there. I bought this really cute cupcake set from Tesco, I think it was. So we've got black and orange cupcake cases, and we've got these cute little things that you can stick in the top as well. So I did actually buy these for the Smeg event, but I am going to use some of them now, and then I'll have to go back to Tesco and hope they have them again so I can restock. So I have a tip for you. When you're filling up your cupcakes, use an ice cream scoop or a cookie scoop because it makes it easier. You just literally scoop it up, or I actually like to fill it up with a spoon because then you don't get the rest of it dirty. And then obviously I will show you this, so I don't know why I'm pre-telling you, but anyway, and then you just literally plonk it in there and you can pretty much always get the exact amount. Once you know where to fill it up to, obviously you can get different sizes as well. I'm just gonna use the large one. Do I use the large one? I think my 2 medium ones are kind of broken, so I think I'm gonna maybe half fill this and see how we get on. Filling up my cookie scoop with the batter. There you go, so it's not, oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. So it's not completely full. Move that out of the way, hit record. And you just scoop it in and it just plonks straight in like that. And then you can grab a little spoon and I'll just smooth it out. So I wear contact lenses, right? And I've got them in right now. And my vision isn't that bad. I think my contact lenses are a -1.25. So it's long distance that I can't see very well. But I totally lost my train of thought as to where I was going with this. I know, I remember now. I've actually found that I feel so much less confident without my contact lenses in now. And before I got contact lenses, I never felt like that because obviously everything was just normal. But because if someone's in the distance, I can't see their face fully clearly. Sometimes I either don't know who they are, obviously they're just like a blurry human figure, or sometimes I can't tell their actual facial expression. So I don't know if they're smiling at me or if they're not looking at me or if they are looking at me. So now, when I go out, I always make sure I have my contact lenses in because I just feel so much more confident with them in. But yeah, that was my 2 cents. Just randomly came into my mind, so I thought I would just talk to you guys about it. While I'm in my kitchen, all alone. It's quite nice having the camera here. It feels like I'm talking to a friend. So I don't know if you guys know this, but my husband Bernie works full-time with me on Fitwaffle. Like, he is literally the other half of Fitwaffle. And he's always in the office, so that is the room next door. So actually in the daytime when I'm baking and he's in the office, we don't see each other that much unless he tries to come in and make food, and then I'm like, no, not right now, get out. So yeah. So I'm in my kitchen baking alone a fair bit of the time. I say a fair bit of the time. Often, like nowadays, I only bake about twice a week, and then I try and make a couple of savoury recipes a week as well. But I'm not in the kitchen alone as much as I used to be. There we go, that looks good. So now I'm gonna do the awkward bit where I face this camera and I go to put these in the oven. Sometimes I put like more of myself in the video and sometimes just less. Like this one is a little bit less, like I didn't really I didn't really film myself actually making the cupcake, so I'll just like add in little bits. Honestly, it just depends how I feel at the time. Like, because I'm recording this as well, it just feels a bit much to like keep moving the camera and everything. I probably need a better way of doing this, to be totally honest. And then other times it feels just like easier and more fun just to have the camera there facing me more often. It's just to change things up, to be totally honest. You know, have a few different angles and everything, keep the video interesting. So hence why I put these little bits in, and all it is, I literally just like smile to the camera and then walk off. Oh, it feels so stupid when I say it in a vlog. Stop making me laugh. And now we'll actually go put them in the oven. Okay, so this is the big boy oven. So this oven is actually on loan to me from Smeg, because this is the oven I'm going to be cooking the cupcakes in when I do my demo. So I need to make sure, A, they work. I don't see why they wouldn't, but it's size and everything, even though she is big. And, although I called it a boy earlier, now it's a girl. And I need to read the instructions. Because it has like a steam function as well, and I think the instructions for cupcakes for this thing involve some steaming as well, which sounds like it's going to make them extra soft and extra moist. So I'm going to try it, but I need to read the instructions first. This is actually pretty cool. It's the door is so clear that you can proper see them inside. I could do one of those time lapses where you just watch the cupcake rise. But I'm not gonna do that. This is my normal oven. It's just like built in. But the light's actually broken in it. Oh my gosh, you can see I'm not wearing any trousers. I'm having a debate with myself. So it's about 3 p.m. now, and I'm a little bit concerned that by the time these have cooked and cooled, and I've made the icing, and I've decorated them, the light is gonna really disappear, and it's gonna be dark, or too dark to film. So I'm thinking, do I bake these and then do the rest of it tomorrow? I mean, that wasn't the plan, but I generally post around, well, between 4 and 5 p.m. and I need to like do some emails, and I need to like get my post ready for today. I just think I'm gonna be a bit stressed out if I try and finish the cupcakes today, as well as do everything else in the next couple of hours. Because I think these are gonna be in a good hour and a half still, you know, by the time they're actually done. So do I just cover them and then save them for tomorrow? Now I'm reasoning with myself, that does seem like the more sensible option. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'm gonna let them cook, and I'm gonna let them cool, and then I'll see what time it is, and I'll see what the light's doing. Okay, that's the plan. Ah, look at them now. I was slightly concerned when they first started to rise. I was like, oh my God, are they gonna spill over? But these look perfect, like beautiful little mounds. And they're so even. Like, my oven does not cook this evenly. So they're actually steaming as well. So the water goes in here, and then this like steam function kicks in. Yeah, there we go. So you can see right now that it's added this like steam function. Pretty cool, eh? Okay, they are done. This is very exciting. They actually look really good from what I can see. Oh, you see that steam? That's my steamed cupcakes. Okay. Oh dear, this is a bit stiff. Maybe it's not supposed to move. These oven mitts are not a good idea, by the way. They're too tiny. I'm gonna grab a toothpick and I'm gonna insert it from here to check that they're done. Toothpick acquired. Beautiful. Stunning. Fabulous. We're clean. Oh my gosh, amazing. I hope they're not overdone. I didn't get any crumbs. I'm sure they're fine. They were steamed. Oh my gosh, they look so beautiful. They are perfect. As in, like, the oven cooked these so evenly. Oh, hang on. Ah, don't touch that. I've made my decision. It's too dark in here now. Like, it might not seem it from where you guys are standing. You might be standing. Let me turn this around. My oven. Yeah, so it's just a little bit dark. Like, I think probably even over here in an hour's time, like by the time, like I said, by the time these are cooled and I've made everything else, it's just gonna be too dark. Like, look at the sky. Yeah, brilliant. That's not great, is it? It looks like it's about to chuck it down. So I'm gonna wrap them in cling film just to make sure they keep their moistness and everything once they're cool anyway. And then we will continue with this tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is the next day, so we're going to be decorating our cupcakes today and filling them with jam as well. It is actually a really nice day today. I can see some blue skies up there, and my kitchen is so much brighter than it was yesterday. I woke up at 7:30 this morning, which is pretty good for me, and I was in bed by about 11:15, which is also very good for me. So I think I forgot to tell you, but not last night, the night before, I went to bed at 3 AM, which is not great. It's because I was in London at a friend's house, and then obviously we had to drive home. So we're getting back into a routine. I would like to be awake, ideally by 7 every morning. So that's a little challenge that I have for myself. But anyway, let's decorate some cupcakes. So I'm just gonna weigh out my ingredients for my icing. That's almost spot on. Oh, now it's too much. I always use a food scale to weigh everything out for accuracy. I know a lot of people in America will use cups, but if you are looking to get into baking, I would really recommend getting a food scale, to be honest. Like, they're not expensive. This one is cracked, but it still works great. It just means your baking's gonna be so much more accurate. Let's get another bowl for the butter. All my good bowls are in the dishwasher. I actually write down my whole recipe on my phone first. So literally my phone notes are just full with pretty much every single recipe I've ever done. I use my notes a lot, but yeah, I just write it all down. I weigh everything out before I start, and then I'm just like ready to go. So the actual filming process is a lot faster. Now I'm going to split the icing into thirds, because one is going to be green, one is going to be orange, and is one going to be green? Yeah, I'm going to do a green monster, I think. Oh my gosh, I need to check my notes. Hang on. Yeah, we're doing green monsters, chocolate bats, and orange pumpkins. So one is going to be green, one is going to be orange, and one I'm going to add the cocoa powder to. I am going to weigh them just for accuracy. I don't need to do this, but I just want to make sure that it spreads evenly. Oh, that did not go well. Now onto the food colouring. So this is the box of food colouring that I use. So this is Wilton, and it basically has all of these colours in it. So I'm going to be using green today, and to make orange I'm going with this like golden yellow and red. I'll only use a touch of the red just to get the colour that I want, because this is quite orange already. But if you do a lot of baking, I would really recommend getting like a good pack of food colouring, because the ones from the supermarket, you have to use so much of them to get the colour that you want, and sometimes it can change the taste and the texture of your icing or your bake. So using something like these are like kind of a jelly. Let me show you. I've got a good one that's actually open. Yeah, like this. Is that focusing? Kind of really thick. They're very highly concentrated. So yeah, they just work so much better. I don't think they were that expensive. I'll link them in the description as well. But yeah, if you do a lot of baking, definitely recommend. So I literally just get a cocktail stick, get a nice big blob of it on the end, and then I just push it into the icing. And then I'm gonna whisk it until it's combined, and then add more if I need it. do. Oh, I'm sweating. It feels hot in here today. Probably the fact that I'm wearing a big jumper and trackies as well. Maybe I'll take my trackies off. I'm gonna transfer my icing into piping bags now. So I've got 3 different icing tips here. So this one I'm gonna use for the green because it's gonna look like fur, hopefully. I actually haven't used this before. So this one is a 2, 3, 4. This one I'm gonna use for the pumpkins. And this is a D66. And then this one is like probably the piping tip that I would use the most. This one and another one that's very similar. And this is a 1M, and that's gonna be for the bats. Going with orange first. So just grab your piping bag, pop, oh, not like that. You pop it in the right way up. So obviously tip facing down. Grab scissors, so you just push it up a little bit, chop the end off, push it down, and then over glass, and then in goes the orange. There we go, that is one. So I'm hoping this is gonna do 4 cupcakes, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I've done enough. We may be left with some uniced cupcakes, and I might have to remeasure. Now I'm going to use the base of a piping nozzle to basically push down and hollow out about 3/4 of the cupcake. So 3/4 of the way down. Then I'm going to fill it with jam. Beautiful. And now I'm gonna get some Oreos for its wings and some eyes for its eyes. So I've got some Oreos. I thought we might have an open packet of Oreos somewhere, but then I realized that I live with Bernie, so of course we don't have any Oreos left over when I open them. So just opened a new pack. I've just cut it in half. So these are gonna be the wings that I stick on. Let's hope I get this right. Cute. Oh, it's broken. Turn it around. There you go. No one has to know. No one's gonna know. You're gonna get the little bit of white. That's so cute. I don't really know if it looks like a bat, but it's abstract. I'm gonna go show Bernie and see if he thinks it looks good. I've got some more to do anyway, so I get a second attempt. Actually, let me take me with you. Wait, I can't speak. English is a difficult language. Let me take you with me. Hey Bernie, what do you think of my bat?
Maybe a little bit more icing on top.
More icing?
Yeah, just that out to the edges.
To cover the cake a little bit more?
Yeah.
Do you think he looks like a bat?
Wide.
If I said to you, what is that? Would you say bat?
I would say it's a bat.
Okay, that's all that matters. Now I'm gonna do the pumpkins next, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do the pumpkins. Also, this was my inspiration. They actually did chocolate cupcake, which I feel like would look better. But yeah, this is my inspo. Now I'm gonna do the pumpkin cupcakes. So I'm gonna use the orange ones and I'm gonna use the orange icing. And then I've actually got these like Christmas leaves that I'm gonna use because I just need leaves and they're green leaves. So that's all I need. Also, for the stalk, I'm going to use matchmakers. So in Sainsbury's, the only one they had was Cool Mint. And I'd probably prefer the orange ones, or do they do like a honeycomb one now as well? But I actually haven't tried these in years. They're quite nice. I'm just not a huge fan of mint chocolate. So I think for the session, I'll try and get not the mint ones because I don't feel like everyone likes mint. But oh yeah, quite a strong mint. But for today, I'm going to use them for the stalks. I'm not going to lie, I don't really know what I'm doing with this one. I'm just winging it. very even, to be honest. I think I made the mound in the middle far too big after all of that. So it's not the greatest pumpkin shape. Like, it's not awful, it's just a bit wonky. So I'm gonna do another one. This is the practice pumpkin. This one is worse. I'm gonna scrape the icing off and put it back in. Take 3 with the pumpkins. I'm gonna do a different design because this is just not working. It looks like an orange poopy. I'm not really sure how I feel about this, to be totally honest. Like, it doesn't look awful, but it's also not great, is it? Look how wonky he is. Okay, I think I might scrape the top off this one and go again, or do I just scrape the top of both of them and go again? Okay, 4th attempt. I'm just winging it at this point. I've tried to look on Pinterest for some inspiration and I'm just not finding it. So I'm just gonna like do a few ideas and just see how they turn out. The problem is I only have this amount of icing. I've scraped off all my cupcakes now. And I might be scraping this one off too. Okay, so this is what the cupcake is looking like. You see where it kinked in? Oh, look at the back. Okay, don't look at the back. Just look at it from the front. That's what the mess is right now. Okay, last cupcake. This is the monsters. It actually looks kind of cool. I'm gonna put the eyes on. This is either gonna look really cute or really bad. Okay, you ready for this? How good is that? I don't really know if it looks like a monster. It just looks like something with a lot of fur. This is how I've set up my table. So I've got some of the bats in the background, and then I've put out some little pumpkins and then some Oreos in the background too, just to fill the blank space. And then I've picked up my best one, what I think is the best looking one. And basically all I do, as an example, is just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this holding a camera. There you go. So I just literally bring it in front of the camera, move it around a bit, and I do that. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. I literally do that until I think I've got the best one. Obviously, I would press record at the same time as well. But yeah, I'm gonna do these and then I'll do the same with the other ones. Now to photograph the pumpkins. So I think that looks pretty nice. So obviously I've got my 2 little pumpkins in the background there. I bought those from Tesco this year actually. I just thought they were really cute, like kind of neutral, but also just nice. Not too overpowering, I think that's what I'm getting at. Last ones, so I'm gonna do a bit more of an overhead shot with these because they look best from an overhead angle rather than like down here. I might put some little extra eyes around them as well, just to add a bit of decoration. So I'm just gonna take a bite of the bat one, the one that I've already cut in half, for the camera, and then I can go sit down and enjoy my cupcake. And I'll just talk to you quick about how I like to store all my stuff. And I basically just had a new iPhone 10 arrive, so I will explain myself. That is it. I am finally finished making our cupcakes. Honestly, it took so long. Probably one of the longest recipes I've ever filmed, to be totally honest. I mean, I did make 3 different cupcakes and I kind of had to make 3 different batches of icing, and obviously the pumpkin one kept going wrong. So it makes sense as to why it's taken so long. And like, I guess with the whole vlogging thing and everything, that probably made it take a little bit longer. But to be totally honest, I'm absolutely knackered right now. I feel like I need to go for a walk or something, or just lie in a dark room and decompress for a little bit. But I said that I would talk about storage quickly. So I said I filmed on an iPhone 10. So I've actually just had another iPhone 10 arrive. So it's an old one, it's a secondhand one. I got it from Back Market. And basically, every time the storage fills up, I buy a new iPhone 10. And the reason for that is I want to have the like the old footage of stuff that I've already filmed in a few different places, and I want it to be already downloaded and editable on a phone at all times. And the reason for that is because in the past I've had issues where I couldn't access it off the cloud to download it because I either didn't have any internet or it just wasn't available at that time, and it was really frustrating. So for us, as in me and Bernie, it kind of just makes sense that we have it backed up on a memory stick, on the cloud, and then also keep it on a phone as well. So as you might know, if you were to buy memory for a computer to back up your footage anyway, it's quite expensive. Like, memory is just expensive. So this being a camera, an editing tool, and storage, especially when you're buying an old phone secondhand, it doesn't actually work out that bad value. And like I said, I love the iPhone 10. So that's basically how I store my footage. So yeah, but anyway, I have some cupcakes to give away now, so I'm going to message my neighbours and my landlord and see if they want some, and then I might keep some for us as well, because I know Bernie will probably want a couple. I'll want a couple too, so they will be disappearing very shortly. But that is the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This was something totally different for me to film, but I really enjoyed doing it. It was like having a friend to talk to whilst I baked cupcakes. So let me know what other videos you'd like to see from me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.